name is Monlee. I'm the owner of ML Nurse Consultant and CPR, where I do nurse consulting for daycare centers, and I also certify the staff in CPR. I'm also the co-founder of Woman to Woman Empowerment, a support group geared toward entrepreneur women. I'm a licensed practical nurse of 18 years. I'm a CPR instructor of 12 years. I worked for Chicago Public School for 13 years. After so many years of giving, I think I found myself kind of all giving out. So I had to sit down and regroup. I graduated with my bachelor's in healthcare administration and management. Initially, I was going to open up an adult daycare center. However, God had a different plan for me. One day I went into work. Unbeknownst to myself, I pulled up the resignation papers, filled them out, and submitted them. And then went on about my day. And about 3 months later, I received a letter at home like, your resignation has been accepted, approved. I was like, I did do that, didn't I? Okay, so the resignation is approved and I don't have a job no more. That really made me get my game plan tight, because now it's like crunch time for real. So at first I was supposed to, with my degree, do a administrative and training somewhere. I went nursing homes, hospitals, everywhere. I was trying to, LinkedIn, Indeed, trying to find this position, and everybody was telling me that I either had to work there as a nurse first. I'm not working as a nurse no more, so that really wasn't something I wanted to do. I'm a CPR instructor, and I've been doing that. I have been having some contracts with daycare centers and certifying their staff for the CPR, and them knowing I'm a nurse. Some of the staff members was asking me questions about some of the kids and some of their medical disorders and stuff like that. And so when I left, I was like, hey, that's nurse consultant. Since I can't find no in training, I'm gonna do my own. And just like that, I created my own nurse consultant agency in collaboration with my CPR. I'm still building, but it's wonderful. It's a wonderful journey. I started the nurse consultant business in February of this year, 2020. The CPR business I've had over the 12 years, but now it's having more focus. I originally was certifying, of course, nurses, because I'm a nurse. So I had a lot of certification with people in the medical field. But now I certify anybody, and because I've been doing it for so long, word of mouth, I've been getting a lot more customers. So that's a great thing. I was just getting my business up and running, and things was just starting to go kind of smooth. And then here comes COVID-19. The shutdown, of course, that shut everybody's business down. And in the process, first, like everybody else, it was like a mode of, I won't say depression, but a mode of, Then it was like, now it's crunch time. I already was kind of in a reformed state of mind because, like I said, I resigned from my job. So now I'm an entrepreneur, so I already was putting in work. But being home gave me extra time to be more strategic in my planning, more strategic in my goals, and more hands-on with, crossing T's and dotting I's, getting the business up and running. COVID has its, but then it has its good qualities too. So it's weighing itself out. All through life, with growing up, in my professional life, in my personal life, everybody always be like, you should be a mentor. Anything that's with encouraging people and pushing people and stuff like that. And I'm like, again, I'm an entrepreneur, so sky's the limit for me now. I can be anything I want to be, do anything I want to do. So I'm like, what do I want to do with this? I knew I did want to give back. I knew I did want to have some type of organization to help youth or people, period. I just kind of didn't know how. One day, I'm always online doing stuff. I didn't even remember again that I purchased a ticket to an event. I purchased a ticket to Shay Jones had a networking event. I went to her event. It was so phenomenal. It was so empowerment. She had some excellent speakers. They were all Black women. So that was even another perk. I'm like, oh my God, I left out of there on fire. I called my girlfriend because me and her she's my girlfriend. She's my hairstylist and she's my partner. So they say 3 strikes, sometimes you out, but her 3 strikes made her in. I'm like, look here, boo. I need to come over there and talk to you. So she like, come on. So I went over there. I networked with her about the event. I'm like, we can do this. And she like, for real? She kind of was like going with my flow because my energy was so high. She was like, well, if you feel this passionate about it, go ahead. Whatever you need, I got you. And just like that, Women to Woman Empowerment came. We collaborated on the name. We grabbed the name. I'm gonna shed some light on my daughter because she dope. She has her own photography company, so she make flyers, print. She do all kind of stuff in that nature. Came up with the name. Called my daughter. Hey, we need a flyer. We gonna have an event. She like, have an event. What you need? Told her what I need. She came, got all the information together, critique, got the flyer together. She helped us get our logo together. And since it was woman to woman, we came up with like facing each other, kind of woman to woman, black women, black and white, kind of official. So my daughter, she got that together, critiqued us, did our shots, made us a backdrop. We pulled that off. We had some phenomenal speakers. We had someone from the nursing profession. We had someone from the educational profession. We had someone from the health profession. We had someone from the mental health professions. Got a lot of black entrepreneur women together who knew what they wanted to do, but needed some reinforcement, some redirection, some leadership, and put everybody under one roof and start brainstorming and throwing out ideas and networking. We had crying in there, laughing in there, hugging in there, meeting new people in there, building new relationships in there. It was just phenomenal. It was a really dope event. I want to talk about mental health. With all that's been going on in the world, mental health is just important as physical health. It may be even more important because when mentally you're strong enough to concept and understand things, then everything else kind of go back in place. If mentally you say, you know what, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna gather this here, and then I'm gonna execute this. Mentally you already have that, so physically you're just gonna follow. So now you're going to start going out and doing things, and that's how I had to do for myself. I had to get myself mentally informed with how I was going to do this. At first for my business, how do I take this to the next level, or what do I do, or how do I reach people? Where we have social media platforms and stuff like that, but it's so many people doing the same thing. Like, what will make me be different from everybody else? What can I do or say will make people be like, oh, she's so special? One day I was sitting down like, you know what? We got to get back to the basics. Made a lot of flyers for my business, and I went to daycare centers and I passed them out and I introduced myself. I asked for the administrators, the directors of the facilities, and shook their hand and face to face and told them my story. When you can put a face with an organization, then you can more relate to them. I think it worked well for me, getting out, putting that actual footwork in, and it strengthened my mental health, talking to people, understanding their needs so that I can know the things that I need to do to better help them. Mental health is like, it can make or break you. And in addition to that, I had to get me some food. So, you know, you got to eat. So I had to nourish my brain. So in order to be successful, you have to mentally successful too. So I started reading books. Barack Obama, The Audacity of Hope. The nerves of you to have some hope. But yep, us black people, we can still have hope. And Barack said it best. Michelle Obama, Becoming. Now, she was originally Michelle Robinson. She became Michelle Obama, and baby, y'all better read this book so y'all can know how to become Monique. I don't know what my husband gonna be, but I hope he got some of these qualities Barack has, okay? People are facing so much stuff in life right now today. They face expressions, don't always express it. These young ladies survived cancer, and they did a tell-all. And you guys, if you know someone who's surviving, who's fighting, read this book, get this book. Oh, I got a treat for ladies. That handsome man right there, let love have the last word. So there you have it. You got to read the book to figure out what he really talking about. Independently Foolish. This right here, she's a friend. This book, I haven't read the whole book, but I did read the introduction. And I think every black professional woman should read this. You can be successful and kind of foolish at the same time. So she kind of help you balance between the two of them. And from the first couple of pages, you know, I'm probably gonna finish that next week. My life coach is self-explanatory. Everybody don't always know how to do it. So if you don't know how to be your own life coach, then you can reach out for a life coach that can help coach you in whatever endeavors you're going through. This is also a wonderful book to have in your library. This book right here, actually my daughter, she's a hairstylist. She actually got this book. This book is phenomenal on so many different levels because she kind of gives a journal on how to become successful by manifesting what you want, speaking it into existence, putting the work in to put it into existence, and then helping manifest it. That's by Miss B. Simone. Because I'm a Black woman, because I'm a Black entrepreneur, I want you guys to get yourself familiar with Black artists to strengthen your mental health, because these Black artists got some phenomenal stuff in these books for you guys to read. And giving back to my community, I'm going to implement administration to help youth and adults get their GEDs. I want my community back into the workforce. So many of our young Black male and women didn't finish school for whatever reasons, and today you have to have at minimum a high school diploma to be even able to work at some of the fast food restaurants. In addition to helping them obtain their GEDs, I want to give them some administrative and some customer service classes. Each CPR class that I have, I do one free certification, and that's given back to my community, making sure that people have the credentials that they need. I'm going to hire them to be a part of my company. So instead of me going out and doing the CPR classes, I'm going to be hiring staff members to go out and do the classes and do the consulting for me. I'm building my empire as we speak. I would like to give a shout out to anybody who supported my woman to woman empowerment networking brunch. You guys are phenomenal. You guys lift me up, keep me empowered, keep me having a reason to want to give back. And I just want to thank you all for believing in me. If you want to find me for any type of empowerment, if you're an entrepreneur, you can find me on Facebook or Instagram at woman 2020 on Facebook or Instagram. If you need any nurse consultant services or CPR services, public notary services, because I am also a certified public notary, you can reach me at www.mlnurseconsultant CPR cap letters, the CPR is in cap letters.com. That's www.mlnurseconsultantcpr in capital letters. Entrepreneurs, I want to leave this with you guys. Build your mental health and put that with your physical health. How are they going to stop both of them?